I have something to admit, and I don't know if you've ever run into this too, but sometimes there is just a dog that just sticks with you. You see them and they just leave an imprint on your mind. And that happened to me when I was here last week. And so I want to check up and see if this poor Husky is still here. This is him last week when he came in. I was actually getting ready to sit with Asher and I saw him pass by. Let's go sit with him.
Hi. Want to check out the blanket? Okay. Hi. He just looks so sad. Like, just when dogs hang their heads low like that and just look sad, oh, try a treat. He's really oh, you're watching the treats. Okay, that's good. That's good. I think he's very focused. So the thing about Huskies is they are just so focused all the time. Hi. Almost fell over there sitting down. So him taking a treat is usually a good sign, allows me to sit down. Let's try an open hand treat. You did it. I did it. I am pleasantly surprised just how he is okay with my presence right out of the gate. Look at that. Fine. He is so treat motivated that it basically wipes away any concern. Hi, thank you. Okay. Wow. That escalated quickly. Moving to kisses really fast. That's basically what happened the minute Kelly saw me too. Right? Is that right? Just went straight in for kisses? She's sitting outside the kennel with me right now. There is zero concern that I have with him outside of me spooking him because of how focused he is on treat. And he's probably hungry. If you remember the video Bear, I'll put a little image of it up on the screen, and how emaciated Bear was. You know, this Husky isn't too much farther from it. But with the long-haired dogs, it's just harder to see how skinny they are. Oh, the other thing too is, I realize in some of my videos, I see the comments where people say, well, why don't you feed the dog? You're sitting there with the dog, why don't you give him a bowl of food? So remember, if you're watching this video, it is but a window of time. The shelter staff, they are feeding the dogs. What do you know it's feeding once or twice a day?
Twice a day.
So, big bowl of food in the morning, big bowl of food in the afternoon, and water, constant water. There's no water in here right now because I took it out. Because I've had dogs where you go into their kennel, they panic, they land on the water goes everywhere, makes the situation even more dramatic. Hi. Oh, wow. Oh, guys, he looks so bad back here. Here, you need a little more comfortable spot. Is that a little growl there? We're getting like a little growl. I think the thing that gets me about this situation is he's 7 and he looks like he was 10, like really senior dog. And it's just from someone not caring for him. I saw him, like when he first came in, I thought he was a 12-year-old dog, like the way his hips moved and how poor condition he is. And Huskies, if you if you've ever had a husky or you know someone that has a husky, they need constant grooming and de-shedding. It's like, okay, hi, look at that, look how sweet. Okay, let's see if he'll do it again. He put his little paw up on my leg. Let's watch. Trying to get him to do it again. I'll talk while we're waiting. So, melt my heart. Oh, that is so sweet. Look at this. Hi, you're a good dog. Hi. You are a treat motivated puppy. Hi. All right, we landed the pet. Look at that. Sometimes people ask me, like, I thought you weren't supposed to pet a dog on the top of their head. And, you can, when you approach a dog, you definitely don't want to just go for the top of their head. But if you're spending a little time with the dog and they allow you to do it, it just, as you can see, it feels so good. And it's such a de-stressor for them. Now, I'm not saying go pet dogs on their head. I think it's good advice that you cautiously pet them elsewhere. But I like to try to do this because if I can get to that and just relieve some stress, like he is melting, the treats are gone. I've got more in my back pocket, but as far as he knows, you know that word? Do you know that word? I think he knows that word. And now we're working on affection and building trust through affection, which is key because you won't always have treats, but you can always give affection. Look at this boy. He's melting. He's got a little paw on my leg. Yeah. Hi. Okay, so do you remember his story?
Well, he was a stray in Menifee.
And he
Brought in by a good Samaritan.
someone brought him in.
Yeah.
And wasn't there a note that they said that it looked like he'd been out and about for quite a while? I think he had said that in there.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, obviously he was so bad that as soon as he came in, Mel grabbed him and groomed him. Mel grooms dogs based off some request from Cheryl or other team members. But then also, if she sees a dog and she says, this dog needs help. And the moment he came in, she was like, I have to help this boy because he was just in such bad shape. Hi. He came in when I was sitting with another dog, and he's so bad, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to just let this soak in and get all this dry, dead skin. Oh, I hope. They've shaved him down is what's happened.
Is that why he looks so like, it was
patchwork?
Like, yeah, it was patchwork. That's the word.
And not only that, I think he's got like fleas and
is he? How old do you think? Is he a senior guy? Or is he just in bad shape?
I just think he's in really bad shape. I haven't looked at his teeth yet.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I did look at his teeth when we were in there. They're broken. There's a lot of broken off teeth. Like maybe he was tied up and just tried to bite his way. They're worn down, not broken, but worn down, like he's been chewing at something to
chewing
get
on maybe a chain or a lead or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sometimes when dogs are chained up, whether it's chain or like a cable, and they just want off because they've been left out there and kind of pretty much abandoned, they'll try chewing through that to get off of it, and it's too strong. It breaks their teeth and chips them. And
they're kind of like chip broken, yeah. And he's thin.
Yeah, he's really.
And his coat is just, I mean, when I'm washing him, it's actually just pulling out.
Oh, well, the hair, oh yeah, look at that. It's just, the hair's just coming out.
It just pulls out. So he's also got a skin issue going on. Probably from all this flea infestation that he had.
Did he have a microchip?
No, it didn't say.
No microchip, so he's not owner known. Can you call Sundays and see if they'll sponsor him and do food for a year if someone adopts him? Yeah. Because he's a senior. He's probably going to have some medical costs. I mean, any dog 7 is a senior, but also just, he's definitely in that senior state. And I'll bet if we could get him on some good food, it would be fun to see him rebound and just, you know, that the hindquarters for him are probably always going to just kind of look that way. I think it's probably beyond total repair. He'll still have some splotches, but I think you'd be shocked at how much he can bounce back with proper nutrition. So let me know when you get a hold of them what they say. Because Sundays, they sponsor us and they'll feed him for a whole year if they say yes. Send those pictures too of just how bad he is. And I'll put that food on here too in case you want to get it. Let's support the brands that are helping support dogs like this. He's like frozen with his paw right here. His coat is like so coarse. It's like a brush. It's like bristles versus fur, like husky fur. It does not feel good on my hand. It definitely cannot feel good for him. Hi. He's like awkwardly melting. Hi, you want to make some eye contact? Oh my goodness, you have pretty eyes. Hi, look at those blue eyes. They're like cloudy blue. We should name him here in a minute, but let's try some positive affirmations before he falls asleep on us and just tell him, see if he reacts and tell him how amazing of a dog he is. Hi, okay. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yeah. Oh, you're a good boy. Yeah. This a good boy. Yeah, hi. You're a good boy. I want to do a human name for him too, just to give him, you know, he's got a little personality, you can tell. And I think he's past his stage of like a typical husky name like Storm, you know, or I don't know, what are husky names? Ice? You know what I mean? Like very husky names. And by the way, if that's your dog's name, it's a great name. I'm just saying, I feel like he's a little past that. What's kind of like an older guy name?
How about Henry?
Henry. Hank? Henry. I like Henry. We've done Hank before. Henry. He likes it too. Look at that. Henry, you're a good boy. Oh, you love it. It's a good boy, Henry. Hi. Hi. Does Henry want some love? Does Henry want some love? Do you want some love, Henry? Hi. Does a good boy? Hi. You want to try some butt scratches? Huh? Does that feel good, Henry? Let's try that. Let's try that. Hi. Oh, it's a good boy. Just make sure there's no painful spots back there. Hi. Good boy, Henry. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy, Henry. Sometimes when you're working with new dogs, you have to be careful and like you want to give them a lot of love, but they have some sensitive areas. And how they let you know that area is sensitive is they either kind of yelp a little bit or they go straight in for a nip. and we don't want that. So we kind of got to get to know each other together. But let me show you this. I just want to show you his eyes. Henry. Hi, Henry. You're a good boy. Hi. Hi, bud. Look at you. And if you just look at like, he just has so much soul in his eyes and so many stories to tell of what he's been through. Because look at that. You have big paws too for your size. Look at these fluffy paws. You let me touch your paws? I mean, pretty amazing dog. Wait, looking for treats? Yeah, I've got treats in my back pocket and typical fashioned husky. Wait a minute, look at the crew. This is how we have to do it because I'm telling you, like, you hear how quiet it is right now? I'm not muting like the barking sounds or anything. Sometimes people say, wow, that shelter is so great. Like there's no barking or anything. Well, it's a lot of times it's because I use this mic and I mute all the sounds. But right now it's perfectly quiet because Cheryl went around and gave chew sticks to all the dogs. I don't know why I didn't think about that in the first place. Hi. And so many of you have been asking why I picked this dog, why I'm not sitting with more dogs. And I want to sit with all the dogs. But how many dogs come through here a year? Like, I think I read the report like 8,500 or something.
Crazy.
Guys, I want to sit with 8,500 dogs. I cannot sit with 8,500 dogs. I am but one guy. And when I'm sitting with a dog, the whole point and the whole purpose is to show that one dog that they matter in this world. I think I get more out of it than they get out of it, but it's really to help tell their story, because they can't tell their story, right? That's the reason. Like I've sat with dogs for a long time. I haven't always videotaped it, and now I videotape it because the whole point and the whole purpose is to show that telling their story and showing their little personalities, and that they're more than just a lost dog in a kennel, I think is really important. And because hopefully it also inspires you to go out and do what I'm doing. Like, you can do what I'm doing. Can you walk right into a shelter and go sit with a dog? Probably not. Cheryl put me through a rigorous dog training program. No, I'm just kidding. It's an awesome dog walking program. But, you know, as a dog walker here, and I've spent a lot of time with dogs, and then I got to sit with the dogs. But it's not just sitting with dogs. It's walking dogs. It's volunteering and help cleaning. It's fostering dogs, adopting dogs, just doing anything that you can to help these dogs find loving homes, because your actions could save a dog's life. Look at you showing me your belly.
He's looking for a belly rub.
Yeah, I think we're getting to that trust point, aren't we? So this is a big deal. Like, from the state he was in when he came in to wanting some belly scratches and trusting me enough to do that.
Whoever adopts this dog is going to be so lucky. Like, imagine if you've always wanted a Husky but couldn't, like, manage the Husky energy.
Right.
Like, he's in, like, the prime cuddle years.
Yeah, that is true. There should be like a, you know, at 7 years old, often you're defined as a senior dog, depending on the breed and, you know, the specific dog. But I think instead of like a 7-year-old, this is now a senior dog, it should be, this is now a cuddle dog. Yeah. You know? And I know people that say, well, I want a puppy. I want to train him up right. You don't want a puppy. You don't want a puppy. You forget, or you haven't experienced the puppy energy. You want this right here. And I get it. I know it's hard, because you go, my heart can't take it, because they just won't be here for as long. But, you know, I think that doing it for them will make your heart just able to love so much more. And the fact that he's getting this moment right here, like, I haven't seen him in this state, just where he's not in kind of that curled up fetal position where he's trying to protect himself. He's just perfectly comfortable right now and safe. And that's the whole goal of this right here, is just to get a dog to this state so mentally they can have a moment of peace, because it's a lot in the shelter. Now, okay, so he's officially available for adoption, right? You're officially available to go home, because here at this shelter, it varies by shelters, but a lot of times it's very similar. 5 days if the owner is not known, and 10 days if the owner is known. So he's been here for what now, a week? Because we were here last week, I think.
He's been here for a week.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, the 5 days is up because there's literally no information on him. And so he's adoption available. So someone can come and get him today. They could be cuddling on the couch tonight.
You could have your perfect Husky breed dog with beautiful blue eyes, and, you know, maybe you can put shorts on them if you want. I think the dogs that have the imperfections are the perfect dogs, right? Like, when I look at a perfect dog, that's great. I love dogs, period. But this dog right here is a better looking dog than any show dog I've ever seen. Because it's those imperfections that really make us who we are. And if you want a dog with character, Henry's it. Huh. And perfect paws. Look at those Arctic clodhoppers right there. Man, you could scale them. Hi. Okay. All right. We know each other well enough now. We can get some kisses.
Did you see the little snarl he gave?
Yeah.
I think it's because the other dog on the other side was getting close.
Well, I kept trying to figure out if that was a sniff or a snarl, because I don't know. Yeah, I think it's the other dog, huh?
Yeah, because we could see him from this angle. He was like scooting back closer.
You know, the thing is like this little metal piece right here is very thin because they need to slide them open and let sometimes sibling dogs together. You know, these kennels are so small. I have this on a wide fish lens right now. So it looks even bigger than it is. But the presence of the other dogs can add to that stress. And so he's snarling a little bit. Oh, I thought it was at me. I didn't know, but that's the thing. And the signs are so small. I don't even know if we'll be able to pick it up on the video. I'll try to find it and slow it down. Yeah. Okay. I do have something really cool to tell you guys about. So this show, or I don't know if show's the right word, but we call this Sitting with Dogs, which is kind of funny. Like it's no brilliant name. It's just what I'm doing, sitting with dogs. And it's always the easiest things that I find, you know, a lot of joy in. And what I really like about Sitting with Dogs is it's with dogs. And in my life, I found that everything is better with dogs, or life is better with dogs. And so I thought it'd be a lot of fun to make that a slogan. And so many of you have asked, like, you know, how can we help support, or what can we do? And I've been working on this design now for a few weeks, and I have it perfected, and I couldn't get the shirt in time to wear it today. Hi, I love how you're really listening, like you're really engaged to this. But I couldn't get it today for me to wear, but I'm going to put an image of it up on the screen. And I'm so happy about this because we just kept it really simple. It's just a line, and it's with dogs. And the dog that you see in the image right now is Bear, because I just thought he was so striking, and I thought it would be a really neat shirt to wear. And I don't know how long I'll have it available, but I want to offer it out to you guys. And it's something that I think as a community we could wear. I mean, if I ever see one of you guys out in public with it, I'll lose it. But send me pictures and videos of this if you get this. It would just mean a lot. And I think it's this community I'm so proud of, because I can sit with dogs. I will always sit with dogs. I sat with dogs. But the way that all of you are helping support so that we can get these dogs adopted, Henry, senior Huskies in this sort of condition, you know, they just don't have a great shot in a shelter. But because of all of you, I believe we can probably get him adopted so he doesn't have to sit here for who knows how long. Because Huskies, German Shepherds, any dog, the longer they're in a shelter, just the worse mentally they get, and they really struggle. And so it just makes me so happy and so proud that millions of you are a part of this, and together we are saving lives. Like, I'm no hero, right? I'm just sitting with a dog. You're the hero of helping spread the word that this dog needs a loving home. I think the thing I'm worried about the most are his hips, you know, because they're just going to need strengthening. I wonder if let's see if we can get him, let's see if we can get him to get up. I want to show you guys his hips. Come here. Right, up. Good boy. Hi. Yeah, see how bad those are? Hi. Seeing him in that broken condition makes me want to just break down myself and cry. Like, it just hurts so bad. But the thing is like that, I am here to be strong for him. And I just want you to know, yeah, hi. Yeah, you want more kisses? Here, come here. Okay, sorry. Thank you for doing that. Okay, see how slow he moves his hips?
Okay, Sunday's got back to me.
Okay.
And we're a go.
We are going to get you healthy. Here, buddy. The thing is, hi. Come here. I want to tell you something. Hi. Can you sit? Can you sit? Do you know any tricks? You want to sit? Sit? You want to sit? Come here. Come here. Sit. Do you know sit? Do you know sit? Hold on, I have a trick. Hold on. You are going to be okay. We are going to make sure you're okay. You are taken care of from here. You are loved. I'm sorry this happened to you, but from here on out, you are going to be protected. And now all we got to do is find you the perfect family. But I guarantee you someone out there is going to be so lucky and so happy to have you. and your hard days are over, almost over. Is there a dog more beautiful than a Husky? I don't know. You know, I let him lick my face, and I'm usually very cautious about that, even with him, because you saw how he snarls a little bit at the other dog. But sometimes when you're in this close of quarters, a dog will just act out whatever's closest to them. But I felt comfortable enough with him in that moment. So most likely, he's been out and about for a while. Like, if I had to guess, he was probably a backyard dog that got out, and because he wasn't microchipped, he didn't have a collar, he didn't have anything on, his owners didn't come up to the shelter. That's kind of just what got him in this state. Now, a lot of people will say, well, who knows, maybe he just got out and got loose and was running around for a long time. Possibly. Most likely not. He has not been cared for a while, and he would likely not be able to survive on the streets that long. And we're in a populated area too. So, you know, he's not a coyote. Like, he can't hide and disappear, you know, like you'll see a Husky. They're very striking. And as you can tell, he's very friendly too. So he's likely to come up to you. The Good Samaritan said, you know, they thought he had been out for a while. But a dog out on the street for a week or two is a long time. They aren't as good at surviving on the streets as you might think, especially when they were, you know, a house dog for so long. But he's been out in the elements for a while. And could I be wrong? Absolutely. And a lot of times I hope I am. I hope his owner shows up today and says, oh my goodness, there's our dog. And our dog's 12 years old, you know, and that's why he looks like that. And we've been searching high and low for him. And he does have a microchip, and it just migrated down his back. And someone didn't scan it. Like, I hope all of that's true. But when you see this again and again and again, you start to just kind of pick up certain signs. And I always believe and hope the best in people. And, you know, I hope his family were to show up. But because they're not here, now we have to look at what's next for him and get him into a loving home. What do you think? Do you think that if his owners were to show up, that they should get him back? Should there be education there? Or should there be no shot that if he's a 7-year-old dog in this state, that he needs to go to the next family that will love and care for him? But he's just like, the sadness that just flows through his body is just heartbreaking. Like, there's no, you know what I mean? Like, there's just no confidence. Like, the confidence is not there that you typically see in a Husky.
Yeah.
But there's some happiness coming out. We're getting a tail wag, but we're getting some relaxed face right there, huh? I think, oh yeah, look at that. Okay, it's okay. Little flinch there. Oh, that tail just tucked in like that. It breaks me, guys. It breaks me. Let's cover his adoption fee.
Okay.
We got you, buddy. We're gonna make sure you're okay. Come here. So we're gonna cover his adoption fee, and we'll cover the spay or the neuter cost. Is he? I think he's neuter. Is he? Can you see back there or check the sheet?
Yes, he is sterilized.
Okay, so he doesn't need to be neutered. So we will cover the adoption fee because he's such a good boy and he needs a loving home. He's so comfortable now in here. He's like completely different. Okay, now if you want to adopt him and you live by the shelter, it's Animal Friends of the Valleys in Wildemar, California. Come down, please. We are not currently in the position to be shipping him, you know, across the country, and not that that might not become an opportunity. We've had people flying from Pennsylvania to adopt dogs. But right now, if someone local could come adopt him, there's so many people in town right now that probably are Husky lovers and could adopt him. But just, yeah, hi. Okay, hi. I wonder if he knows shake. I bet he does. Here, let's line him up and let's see. Come here. Come here, Henry. Good boy, Henry. Good boy. Hi, Henry. Hi, buddy. Come here, buddy. Come here. Hi. Okay. I know. You like the kisses. Okay. Come here. Okay, let's see if he'll shake. I feel it. Okay. Sit. Can you sit? Can you sit? Can you sit? Sit. Sit. Good boy, Henry. Good boy. Can you shake? Can you shake? Shake. Shake. Oh, yeah! Yes! You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yeah. Can you lay down? Can you lay down? Or you want to just keep shaking? That might be hard on your hips, huh? Okay. Yeah, look at that. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh! Okay, so here's the thing. If you adopt Henry, you get a fully trained dog. Pretty much. I mean, sit and shake. What else could you ask for? You're a good boy. Hi. He's like, how do you... Hey, I'm shaking. Where are my treats, pal? Hi. Yes, you're a good boy. With the prettiest eyes. Hi. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We've got to get him adopted. It's going to be harder because he's a senior Husky, and it's just there's so many Huskies in shelters right now. But here's what I want you to do. Make sure you subscribe, and I'd love to have you join because I let members know about things happening first. And the reason I do that is because sometimes things change very quickly. Remember, we're sitting with the harder case dogs, the dogs that are less likely to get adopted. And sometimes, even when people make the commitment to get a dog when they get home, it doesn't work out. And it's just harder with these dogs. And so with members, I update first. And then once I'm certain that everything is going to be okay, then we go wide with that update. And you just get to be a part of this, and it helps us continue to do what we're doing. So I'd love for you to hit that join button, become a member. I'll do a pup date as soon as I hear something. But make sure you're following along, because following this one's journey and watching him get healthy will be a lot of fun. Thanks to Sundays. Go check out Sundays. I'm going to link them right over here. And it's what we're feeding our dog right now. So, and yeah, if you adopt him, you get a fully trained dog with a year's supply of free food. I'm walking around the farm right now because I'm trying to burn some extra calories, get those extra steps in. It's the holidays. It's that time of year. There's so much good food, easy to put on the extra pounds. It happens to our pets too. And I'll say this, in my opinion, there's no better time than now to start before the new year to get your pet at the right healthy weight. It's your favorite. A lot of fancy dog food companies give you a lot of fancy marketing speak, and I know you just need a dog food you can trust. And now you have one, and one that's healthy for them to start off the new year right. Get it for your dog's health right now. Go to rockykanaka.com/Sundays and enter code Rocky for 50% off. When you flip over the bag of Sundays and read the ingredients, they have a short list of ingredients that you can actually pronounce. Air dried, it holds all the nutrients and the moisture, and it eliminates the mess. Let's talk about Kobe. He's a special needs dog. Basically, only half of his heart works, so he's got a really high metabolism. So it is imperative that he eats his food, and a lot of it. It's gotta be tasty, and Sundays fits that bill. He scarfs it down. I'm only pointing all these things out about my dogs in case you have a dog with unique needs. And if it works for my senior dog or my special needs dog, certainly your dog's gonna love it. I can't say enough good things about Sundays for Dogs. I'm gonna put the link down below so you can just click it. And thank you, Sundays, for sponsoring this video. It helps me continue to do what I'm doing and helping dogs.